Have you ever stopped to wonder why you react the way you do, even though you live in a world completely different from the one your ancestors knew? Every day, we make hundreds of decisions, check notifications, worry about what other people think, and deal with situations that seem entirely modern. But the truth is that the brain guiding all of those choices was shaped hundreds of thousands of years ago, in a world where survival was the only priority. Back then, every strange sound could mean a predator was nearby. Meeting a friendly stranger could make the difference between life and death, and sharing food helped build the alliances that kept entire groups alive. The environment changed rapidly over the centuries, but the evolution of the human brain moves much more slowly. That is why, even surrounded by advanced technology, we still react using systems that evolved to solve problems from a completely different world. Charles Darwin's work helped explain how natural selection shaped our species over countless generations. Later, psychologist Daniel Kahneman showed that much of our decision-making depends on fast mental shortcuts designed to save time and energy in dangerous situations. These mechanisms were incredibly useful in the past, but they do not always work well in today's world. Another influential researcher, Robin Dunbar, discovered that the human brain evolved to maintain relationships within relatively small social groups. Today, however, we are exposed to hundreds or even thousands of people every single day through social media. Our brains interpret this constant flood of interactions as a heavy social burden, helping explain why so many people feel mentally exhausted after spending hours online. Many of our emotions also have deep evolutionary roots. Fear, anxiety, the desire for approval, the need to belong, and even our attraction to instant rewards are all driven by biological systems that once helped our ancestors survive. The challenge is that these same systems are now facing problems they were never designed to handle. For example, receiving an important text message can trigger a stress response similar to what our ancestors experienced when facing a real threat. On the other hand, a compliment or a simple smile activates reward circuits that once strengthened social bonds within a tribe. In other words, our brains continue using ancient survival tools to interpret a modern world. This also explains many of our daily habits. Our attraction to high-calorie foods, our difficulty resisting distractions, and even the urge to check our phones every few minutes are connected to brain systems that evolved to seize opportunities whenever they appeared. In a world of scarcity, these behaviors increased the chances of survival. Today, however, they can contribute to stress, anxiety, and constant overstimulation. Understanding the gap between the world our brains evolved for and the world we live in today helps us better understand our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It does not mean we are trapped in the past. Instead, it reminds us that we carry an incredibly powerful biological inheritance shaped by countless generations of human evolution. So the next time you find yourself overreacting to a message, feeling anxious without any real danger, or constantly seeking approval on social media, remember this: your brain is still using strategies that evolved during the Stone Age. The world changed incredibly fast, but our biology still carries the legacy of a time when survival was humanity's greatest challenge.